Hi everybody, happy to meet you and speak to you on the role of personnel in a preschool. We all know that early childhood education provides the foundation for later development. A child at this stage particularly needs an adult or a teacher who has the necessary sensitivity, understanding and skills to handle and stimulate young children. Therefore, the personality of the people dealing with the child is a crucial determinant of an early childhood program. The teacher or the worker should be pleasant, energetic and innovative with a basic interest and concern for children. An ability to interact and communicate meaningfully by being able to come down to the level of children is a necessary prerequisite. Skills in creative and performing arts are additional assets which stand the early childhood teacher in good stead. These characteristics and skills can and should be further reinforced by a well planned and systematic training. The training should be periodic in nature and should focus on developing the teacher an understanding of child development in children. If we consider the realities of most early childhood education programs in our country, we find that an average early childhood education group comprises of 30 to 40 children. Keeping in mind the need of children for individual attention, it is therefore necessary to provide a helper to the teacher or the worker. The helper should not only be able to bring children to the school and assist the teacher or the worker, but also help in the day-to-day implementation of the program. She should also be able to conduct some of the activities with children as and when the need arises. Particularly in view of this, it is necessary that the helper be also adequately trained. This training can also be provided on the job itself. The specification for staff of early childhood education centers or programs are again delineated keeping in mind the contextual realities of our country. There are wide variations in quality of staff availability, particularly between rural and urban programs as well as between commercial and non-commercial programs. Young children experience their world as an environment of relationships, and these relationships affect virtually all aspects of their development, which includes intellectual, social, emotional, etc. The quality and stability of a child's human relationships in the early years lay the foundation for a wide range of later developmental outcomes that really matter. Self-confidence and sound mental health, motivation to learn, achievement in school, and later in life the ability to control aggressive impulses and resolve conflicts in non-violent ways. Relationships engage children in the human community in ways that help them define who they are, what they can become, and how and why they are important to other people. Young children experience their world as an environment of relationships, and these relationships affect virtually all aspects of their development, which includes intellectual, social, emotional, etc. The quality and stability of a child's human relationships in the early years lay the foundation for a wide range of later developmental outcomes that really matter. Self-confidence and sound mental health, motivation to learn, achievement in school, and later in life, the ability to control aggressive impulses and resolve conflicts in non-violent ways. Relationships engage children in the human community in ways that help them define who they are, what they can become, and how and why they are important to other people. In the words of the distinguished developmental psychologist Urie Bronfenbrenner, in order to develop normally, a child requires progressively more complex joint activity with one or more adults who have an emotional relationship with the child. Simply stated, establishing successful relationships with adults and other children provides a foundation of capacities that children will use for a lifetime. Children who develop warm, positive relationships with their kindergarten teachers are more excited about learning, more positive about coming to school, more self-confident and achieve more in the classroom. Relationships with peers are also important. Attachment and bonding should be reinforced throughout the early childhood years. Preschoolers' trust in adults, self-confidence and even immune system gets a boost from strong emotional attachments. What do you think is the ideal staff structure and adult-child ratio? It is for 3 to 4-year-olds 1:25 with a helper. For 4 to 6-year-olds 1:30, 2 units may share a helper. Preschools having multi-age groups of 3 to 6-year-olds 1:25 with a helper. Now, let us quickly browse into the aspects of preschool teachers' commitment. A teacher's job is paramount in the preschool, having a significant influence on the optimum development of each child. Teachers must acquire and be fully acquainted with updated professional knowledge. The teacher is professionally committed to all the children, to each group in the preschool and to their parents. The preschool teacher's professional commitment to the children is rooted in several basic principles. Through acquaintance with each child, through observations and follow up on their work, taking responsibility for the child's progress by carrying out systematic observations conducted in the year. Quality interactions with each child, identification of difficulties and needs and creation of tailored work plans for each child. Establishing a positive educational climate based on the relevant principles and standards. Wise and well planned choices of educational subjects and materials. Appropriate organization of the environment to suit the study program, and connection with community services. Moving on to teacher-child interactions, what is your view about such interactions? Do you think they are essential? Let us look into it. Interactions between the teacher and the child are highly important due to their impact on the child's development. A good relationship forges a trusting and confident foundation. The preschool teacher is, together with the child's parents, a major role figure in early childhood. The personal encounter between the preschool teacher and the child is key in creating a substantial dialogue in which the child stands as an individual and not merely as part of a group. This encounter is deliberately planned by the teacher to get to know the child personally and become acquainted with his or her unique personality. It is also an opportunity to listen to the child's needs and dreams and understand his or her difficulties. The emphasis is on the personal encounter that provides a sense of security, closeness, support and empathy. The aim is to observe the child and learn about him or her. Positive teacher-child relationships have a significant role in any child's life. When we talk of school, college and the like, are we not reminded of our teachers who have made a mark in our life? Let us see how they might have made it possible. In early childhood settings, each moment that teachers and children interact with one another is an opportunity to develop positive relationships. Teachers can use a variety of strategies to build positive relationships with children. Teacher behaviors such as listening to children, making eye contacts with them and engaging in many one-to-one, face-to-face interactions with young children promote secure teacher-child relationships. Talking to children using pleasant, calm voices and simple language and greeting children warmly when they arrive in the classroom with their parents or from the buses help establish secure relationships between teachers and children. It is important for teachers to use developmentally and individually appropriate strategies that take into consideration children's differing needs, interests, styles and abilities. Teachers let children know they care about them through warm, responsive physical contact such as giving pats on the back, hugging and holding young children in their laps. For preschool children, teachers encourage mutual respect between children and adults by waiting until children finish asking questions before answering them and by encouraging children to listen when others speak. In addition, teachers' use of positive guidance techniques such as modeling, encouraging appropriate behavior, redirecting children to more acceptable activities, getting or setting clear limits helps children develop trusting relationships with their teachers. In developing positive teacher-child relationships, it is important to remember to engage in one-to-one interactions with children, get on the child's level for face-to-face interactions, use a pleasant, calm voice and simple language, provide warm, responsive and physical contact, follow the child's lead and interest during play, help children understand classroom expectations, redirect children when they engage in challenging behavior, listen to children and encourage them to listen to others, and acknowledge children for their accomplishments and effort. What is the importance of positive teacher-child relationships? To influence young children's social and emotional development, help the children build positive and emotionally secure relationships with adults, develop positive and competent peer relationships, to reduce challenging behaviors, learn from each other to further develop their skills, learn to support and also challenge one another. Warm and trusting relationships with children promotes their well-being, self-esteem and sense of security. Help in the acquisition of skills for life and learning. Help children to develop confidence in themselves and in their ability to communicate, get along with other people, learn new things and meet challenges. Having understood the importance of relationships in a preschool, let us take a look now at the staff in a preschool. The regular staff of the preschool include the teacher, manager and an assistant as well as a supplemental teacher and an assistant. In some preschools, there are other professionals such as a special educationist, preschool teacher, a physical educationist who maintains contacts with the parents and other professionals and is responsible for all the organizational aspects of the preschool. It is essential that the preschool staff work in a team. Teamwork helps in creating the optimal preschool climate, achieving educational goals and fostering children's development, communication and cooperation with the child's parents, expanding the staff shared knowledge and enhancing professional development, establishing communication channels and working procedures, delineating areas of responsibility for each member of staff, carrying out staff meetings scheduled throughout the school year, defining responsibility and interaction channels with parents, prescribing procedures for communication with external expert professionals. Let us understand what are the requirements to qualify for a preschool teacher. They can be categorized into essential qualifications and desirable qualifications. The essential ones, they should have passed class 10 with 2 years training in early childhood education, or they should have passed class 12 with 1 year training in early childhood education and should not be less than 18 years of age. As regards the desirable qualifications, people with a postgraduate or a graduate with specialization in child development may be considered. Qualifications in skills such as music, arts, etc. would be additional incentives, and she should be more than 21 years of age. Qualifications of the helper, minimum education of standard 8 is desirable. Now, let us focus on the general responsibilities and specific duties of a preschool teacher. To herself, she should remain in good physical and emotional health at all times, be progressive, enthusiastic and ready to grow professionally. Towards the children, she should be ready to meet their needs, enjoy working and being with them, respect them as individuals, build desirable relationships with them, help them build a good self-image and so on. A preschool teacher is responsible for teaching children, usually up to the age of 5, about things that are related to intellectual, physical and social growth. She also helps the children to interact with others while learning necessary tools to get them ready for kindergarten. Towards the parents, she should be a good counselor, value them and their ideas, plan with them for the well-being of the child and bridge the gap between the home and the school. Towards the other staff members, The preschool teacher must instruct children in basic educational programs, teach them to be creative and provide them with a safe and caring environment to learn and grow. She also has responsibilities to herself, the teacher, the parents, the other teachers and to the community. Moving on to the specific duties, a preschool teacher has a wide array of specific duties which she must complete on a daily basis. With regard to educational aspects, the preschool teacher must prepare daily lesson plans to help the children start learning basic education to get them ready for the primary school. She also has to have a set of additional educational plans for each day which the children will be involved in as a group. The preschool teacher must also prepare games and activities for the children. A preschool teacher must also feed the children, serve them food and help them with other needs. She must ensure that she provides a comfortable, nurturing environment for the little ones within her care. The preschool teacher is also responsible for meeting with other educational professionals and parents of the children, wherein she can discuss the lesson plans, what they are doing to improve their classroom techniques and how each of the child is doing along with her progress. The following suggestions would be beneficial for preschool teachers. Be dressed appropriately. Clothing should be dignified, comfortable, easily cared for and permit freedom of movement. Be on time. The teacher who is ready to receive the children before they arrive will find the day smoother. Take advantage of available literature and professional periodicals that furnish timely information on being an effective teacher. Make sure the preschool setting is a child-centered one. Give the necessary support needed, but give the children an opportunity to explore and solve problems. Allow time for children to help themselves. Get to know each and every child well. Build a good relationship with each other. Know how many are in the group each day, know where they are and what they are doing. Plan ahead. Have the next activity ready before warning children that it is time to move from one activity to the other. Make sure that all the necessary materials are readily available before beginning the activity. When another teacher or adult is handling a situation, do not interfere unless help is interested or intended. Be a good housekeeper both indoors and outdoors so that the school is always clean and attractive. When discipline is necessary, see that the rules are set, understood and maintained. Be consistent in what is expected of the children. Use your voice as a teaching tool. A soft, pleasant voice will receive better response than a loud, gruff voice. Get on to the child's level by kneeling or sitting if necessary. Use verbalization as a technique in gaining cooperation from the children. Help them to understand what is expected of them. Share your ideas and experiences with other staff members. Support the person who is planning the daily activities. Be enthusiastic and enjoy being with the children. Relax and smile. Here is a gist of some of the positive traits that a preschool teacher is bound to possess: compassion, alertness, creativity, love and affection, dealing with different types of problems, friendly with children, healthy, understanding, ready to work hard and willing to help children. Sense of adequacy, respect and inspiration are some others. Let us have a quick look at what are the other roles to be adorned by a preschool teacher. Are you aware of any? Here they are. The first and foremost is that of a planner. She has to plan and prepare the environment for learning. Because young children learn through play, it is essential to provide the materials and equipment essential for meaningful play activities that support the development of multiple intelligence. The classroom and the outdoor area must be set up with care so that children will find interesting, stimulating, meaningful and challenging things to do in an atmosphere that is orderly, safe and has a sense of purpose. The next role is that of a facilitator. When the planning and preparation are finished and children arrive for the day, the teacher's role shifts to that of a facilitator. It must be made sure that every child has the opportunity to experience success and learn according to individual needs, styles and levels of ability. The teacher should move about the classroom and the outdoor area while the children are playing. Watch, listen and talk with the children during their play. Ask open-ended questions to help children extend their thinking and enrich their vocabulary. While facilitating children's learning, it is necessary that the teacher takes over things up and provides materials, time, space and encouragement so that they can find their own answers in their own way and in their own time. As an observer, she is bound to watch the children's playtime carefully. Through careful observation of children at work and play, one can begin to see which skills they have mastered and which skills need additional reinforcement. They may also raise the child's awareness of a child's cultural, linguistic and developmental needs. As a model, social skills such as cooperating, getting along with others and communicating effectively to solve problems can be modeled through actions and words like teaching politeness and courtesy by saying please and thank you to the children and also to the other adults in the room. By looking at the lesson plans or reading a note from a parent, the importance of reading and writing is modeled. By wiping up a spill or helping to put the blocks back on the shelf during the cleanup time, the teacher is showing an example that taking care of the classroom and keeping it neat and orderly are important things to do. Provide scaffolding. Another way early childhood teachers support children is by providing scaffolding for learning. The primary ingredient in providing scaffolding is in the teacher. When children are engaged in play throughout, the teacher has to be turned to their needs and watch for teachable moments and be ready to help children to develop new skills that build on existing skills. The teacher should talk to them through the activity and support their emerging skills and knowledge. As a team player, each staff member is an important part of the teaching plan. In the classroom, team members should put together work very closely, joining forces to facilitate learning and creating environments for the children. As with any type of team, each member has specific responsibilities. It is important that each team member's responsibilities are clearly understood by all so that the classroom can function smoothly and effectively. As a teacher, plan and implement the curriculum, implement the classroom management techniques and also assess the children's growth and development, make referrals for special needs and report the progress to the parents. As a teaching assistant, other caregivers such as assistants are typically responsible for helping the teacher manage the curriculum. Division of specific duties will vary from classroom to classroom and should be decided upon by each teaching team. Team members should sit down together at the beginning of the school year and talk about how they will divide the responsibilities. When the assistant is uncertain about something the teacher does or expects, it is important to ask questions and come to a mutual understanding of what is expected of him or her. As a questioner, ask children open-ended questions to extend their learning and ask questions from each category. To summarize, a preschool teacher has a whole lot of responsibilities as she is the one who deals with the future nation builders. She can indeed make a change in the society. Though she has a lot of duties to perform and so many obligations, her job is quite rewarding and satisfying. Hoping that this input has inspired you to take up teaching jobs in a preschool, this is Danya signing off for today and hoping to meet you with some other topics related to early childhood. Thank you.